Hi, hello, good morning, and good afternoon. This is Walk and Talk with Andrew James. I'm currently walking at one of my favorite spots. It is my cousin's house right by the water. It is absolutely beautiful out, high tide, and it's one of the greatest spots. It's so nice to be close to the water. I usually come down here at least once a week just to take in the fresh sea air, and it's nice. We've got a little walkway here to their other house, and the overlook is amazing. During the summertime, I usually come down here and swim, and over there we got a bank that I usually walk if it is high tide. We're probably going to be going over there, but I'm just going to take the access road over here for a little bit. And yeah, I have my companion here, Elsa. She is a Bernese Mountain Dog, and she is so sweet. She hasn't been down here in a while, so she's just getting used to the area again. And yeah, let's go on a walk. The topic today that I want to discuss about is school. I'm having to go through college. It's pretty hard. I'm going for nursing, and as you can see behind me is the other house that my cousins own, and there's Elsa just walking around enjoying the nice autumn day. But yeah, school is difficult. No matter you're in high school, college, or even like middle school, having to go in and sit down for a thing like 6 hours, just learn, that's a lot. It's like a job. Both my parents are teachers, and what they told me is school is a job for people who cannot enter the workforce. So I kind of find that funny. But yeah, school is difficult. And I think the hardest thing about it is just organization. If you have multiple classes, it does get hard. Setting time for each specific class, if you do have homework, or if you got to study for an exam, that is hard. And I feel like if people build that organization skill as fast as possible, learning to time manage certain aspects, like knowing when to study for an exam, finish homework, and what's due next week, or even what's due next month, can be a huge advantage for as you're going through your educational career. And it's difficult because I haven't really worked on that skill too much. I should be more likely, since I am 20 and I've been through high school and part of college. I should have already built that skill. But I'm not too fond of sitting down and managing my time, but as long as I get the work done, I feel fine. Walking through, I love to see the deciduous and non-deciduous trees right now. And a lot of my family planted pine trees, white and regular, since they hold a lot more snow during the winter time. And for a while, this road was built, I think, in 2015. The house was also built in 2015, so it's fairly new. They planted some trees around here, like over here by the power lines, so it's easier access if there is a power outage. But yeah, my cousins, they live in New Hampshire, so they come up here during the summertime, and they leave around September. So for most times out of the year, they're not really here. So I take full advantage of that, walking this access road, not really having to worry about someone coming down the other way. And it's so nice out. It is is I'll make sure to go to the ocean and walk around there to give you guys a better view. Big thing that I wish that I learned was the difference between high school and college. Obviously in college, you live on your own, you make your own schedule, you have your own classes. Like, I wouldn't say it's completely different from high school because you still have a lot of free time with friends. You have, obviously homework to do, which no one likes homework. But it's similar in that way. The big difference is having to do your classes while living there. That's the thing. My freshman year, that was so weird. I would stay on campus, go back to my dorm, go out at for my 8 o'clock class, do my 8 o'clock class, and come back to my dorm and get ready for my 10 o'clock class. That was the thing that really was weird about college. But it does make it easier if you do have a good social group there, just like in high school, and having a lot of things to fill in the time before classes. Usually what I did was I had weight room, since I was in track. I'd go there with the other shot putters, discus people, and javelin throwers, go into the weight room before some of my classes, get a quick workout in, and then I'd go to my lab. It's great having that freedom in college. It really is. My favorite thing about school has to be sports or just any extracurricular activity. I've been doing sports since I was 4. I did pee-wee basketball, pee-wee baseball, and I did pee-wee football. I love sports, and in high school I got introduced to theater, and so I did theater for a while. My all-time favorite sport has to be track. I know it's not really counted as a sport, but I've done track since I was sophomore year in high school and sophomore year to college. It just made my day brighter when I got to go in and work out with my team and go out to the track and I did shot put for most of the time, and I loved it. It made me feel good about myself. And the hard part is being a student athlete, I feel like. And especially if you have a hard topic, or a hard major, where I'm in nursing school and I did track and field. I had to balance out a lot of classes and practice. And sometimes I had to miss practice to get some of my homework done. And that's something that always sucks, but school comes first, then sports. And I feel like if you're putting sports in front of everything, you're just setting yourself up for a harder time. It should never be that way, unless if you're really good. Like I'm no Joe Kovacs or Tom Walsh. I'm not that good in shot put. So I try to balance out as best as I can sports and school. Seems like Elsa is enjoying the outdoors. I don't think she's been on a walk today. I don't know if my dad or my grandparents have brought her on a walk, but she's enjoying this amazing fall day. One of my favorite things of having both my parents be teachers is they are my personal tutors for when I got home and had to do homework. My dad, he works at a small school, so he's both the math and science teacher there. And my mom, she does social studies and language arts at her school. And both of them were very helpful when I had homework for either science, math, work, social studies, all that. They would sit down with me while they were making dinner or folding laundry. They would help me understand what a Pythagorean theorem was, or who Gavrilo Principe was. It just was really helpful. I couldn't have asked for a better situation at home with that, but at school, they kind of had a harder time because the line of me being their son and their line of me being their student also got blurry. The big thing was if I wasn't really participating in class, or if I didn't show up on time, they would treat me like their son. And at home, I was their student, where they would sit down with me and help me with homework like they were tutoring someone at school. So it got a little difficult, but when it was in high school, it got a lot better, where I became more well-rounded in a lot of things, and I had my favorite subject. Obviously, social studies is one of my favorite, and I enjoy chemistry and anatomy, physiology, like all the stuff that nursing students should like. And I started to understand more the principles of what they were teaching me, my teachers. Is another one of my cousin's house. We have three houses, or excuse me, they have three houses, and it overlooks the water. It is really nice. I wish that my family lived right on the water, so I can wake up and see this the first thing in the morning. It is so beautiful. Being away from the trees won't really help the audio, so I'm hoping that if I get over here a little bit more, I'll have the cover of the trees over there, so it would sound more clearer. But yeah, school is very important for especially the younger demographic. It provides a social outlet for kids, for teenagers, for young adults. It provides a very supportive background of having adults that care about your future, that care about well-being, and it also just provides structure. I feel like when you get older, it's harder and harder to find structure outside of a job and outside of school, and you can't always rely on your job for structure. It's just very, very hard. Like I'm working right now and going to school, and I feel like just putting all my structure time in work just makes things difficult. So it's always good to spread out your structure so you don't feel like just feeling left behind. That's the one thing I was really thankful about school, especially when I was living at college and when I was in high school. A place where I can go and see all my friends in one place, a place where I can do activities that I really enjoyed, like sports or theater, or just hanging out, having a different place than home to just relax at. It's just amazing, and I think a lot of people should give school more of a chance. And I understand that right now public school education is difficult, and I know that teachers aren't getting paid enough for what they are dealing with, and they have to be like second parents. It's difficult, but if we give teachers a chance, and if we give school an opportunity to help better ourselves, we could be that change for the reason why the education system isn't really working right now, and just give the providers of the education, the teachers, a chance so you can learn something, and you always learn more than just what the subject that they're teaching you. You'll learn life skills. You'll learn how to communicate to people. A lot of people don't know how to communicate, like, with people their own age, or people that are older than them, or younger than them. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure that I see where my dog is. Hold on. All the way over there, she finds something smelly to roll in. But look at this view. It is stunning. Over there is the Blue Horizon walkway. I'll probably do that in a later video of where I get a walk over there. Over there is a big house, and right nestled over there is my cousin's house. And you got some cottages over here and someone else living right there. But over here is small little puddles where turtles, freshwater turtles, snapping turtles, and baby turtles, they usually come over here. Or frogs when it rains. But during high tide, a lot of time it is salt water, so you'll see some minnows going through there. It's probably too cold to see any minnows, but it is a nice spot to get away from the seagulls. They're usually on the other side or near the water. Also, it's found a stick, and it looks like it is a minnow net, and she's just chewing on it. I'm gonna let her, as long as she just bites the wooded end. I'm fine with that. While we're over here, I'm probably gonna go down by the trees a little bit more to make sure the audio is still pretty good. There's also a hat here. I don't think I can wear it. Doesn't seem too good. I don't know if this is a Kodo Paxi. I don't know if that's a good brand, but I think it's been here for a while. I'm gonna probably bring a trash can out here and clean up some of the stuff. Gotta save some natural places from debris and garbage. But back to what I was saying. Education, or just school in general, is really important for when you're younger, and or just for everyone. I feel like it's not only just learning or just having like that structure in your life. It's also just social. Like, you go to school, you can make friends. You can go to school and you can be part of clubs, be part of sports. You might not even be good at it, but you can go there and become good at something other than just curriculum. It's so important. And I feel like people don't give it a chance. I feel like a lot of people just see the educational aspect of it and just don't want to deal with that. But it provides so much more than just that. And I feel like that is just an important takeaway. That it's not just education, it's more than that. School is very important for everyone. No matter if it helps you get a better job, like what I'm going into. I'm right now a CNA, and I want to get my BSN so I can be a nurse. It doesn't just help with that. It helps you find like-minded people that can help you to that like endeavor or that major or that career that you strive for. It provides that opportunity for you to meet people or have a professor that understands what you're going through. It's so much more than just sitting down and reading a book or just knowing how to do a math problem. It's more than that. And a lot of people should realize that. And I think the only way that people realize that if they give it a chance. And that's what I think is so important is people that are closed-minded like to education, don't give it a chance. And it's so important, just giving it a sliver of hope that this might better me. That can go a long way. Concludes our talk about education and just school in general. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any other topics that you want me to do, I'm more than happy to do it. Just put it in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day out.